Okay, let's see if we sound like a robot today. We do not sound like a robot today, so you know what that means. Hello, Ginger Justice and all the beautiful things worldwide web. It's actually Chosen back with another live stream. How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Hello. Yes, welcome back to another Read Wednesday where we do a little bit of live reads on a couple of things. We'll be starting out as per usual with some short stories, and probably from there, depending on how we feel, we could dip into some manga and comics, or we could get right into a visual novel. I might do the visual novel first because I don't know how long it is. And so if it's short, great. If it's long, we'll have the time to hopefully finish it all in one sitting. So, yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is a sunny, albeit windy day here today. And we've been going through some, like, highs and lows. You know, like I was tweeting on the other day, yesterday. It's all, like, gray and overcast. And I felt like it was affecting my mood. So today, trying to keep it up, trying to keep it light. Trying to be happy and all around just good, just having a good time, good day, good vibes. That being said, couple little notes for the stream side of things. We do have some updates to our emojis. I've been updating. I spent, I don't know, like my lunch basically, updating some emojis and stuff over on the Discord. And I went and I was like, you know what? I could probably improve some of the ones on Twitch as well. So I have, for all intensive purposes, to my knowledge, improved some emojis. So they should be sized better now. They should fit better. Some of them should fit better. And then there's a few new ones I've added. But I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I have more emojis than Twitch will actually allow me to have active at one time, so we might do some rotations. But I'll just I'll put a few of these up just to show some of the differences. So some of these have been resized, so they should show up as larger and better. I think the first three are part of the follow pack. And then I've resized one from the tier 1 list and added a new one to the tier 1 list. And I think those are all the changes. I might try and adjust on the other ones, but this is what we got for the day. So yeah, they're different now. They actually are a decent size, because some of those were like either too small or like too long, like not square enough. They're there's too much torso involved, so they chopped the torso, just left the head, and it fits better for Twitch chat. So yay, we have better fitting emojis now. I think that's most of what's been going on, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's any other crazy announcements. We're working on some more YouTube stuff that will come out sometime. Honestly, when it comes to me and editing for YouTube, it's a real, just sometimes it's a swing and a miss. And I'm like, gotta scrap it, start over, don't like it. So I make no guarantees about when things are coming out. Just that they're being worked on. What is it? It's a Blizzard TBA or something like that. It's like it's coming. Just it's Blizzard coming. It'll show up at some point. Hopefully polished and done. Yeah. I think that's all we've got. We're continuing our adventures of cat sitting on the side, and I look forward to the schedule returning to normal and for us to all die horribly in D&D on Monday. Woo! Yeah. I think that's about it. Isekai Quartet. Yes. Listen, I'm a very big fan of oh my goodness, how am I forgetting the name now? Well, I know the Megumin and Kazuto, but God, why am I forgetting the name of it now? Overlord? I like Overlord too, though not necessarily the anime I'm trying to think of. Oh my goodness, why am I forgetting the name of this? Embarrassing, embarrassing. I'm a fake. I don't even know the name of the anime. Konosuba. There we go. Yep, there it is. There it is. Ah, such a fake fan. Ah, caught in 4K. How embarrassing. But yes, Konosuba. A lot of the emojis are from Konosuba. And the rest, the other 3 up there are from Monster Prom, which is also a fantastic and silly game. But yes, how's it going, Jezza? Welcome to the stream. I will try not to belabor the intro too much longer, and we can actually get to some stories and shenanigans. But I am planning to play a visual novel by the name of Gidget. I think it's the Mystery of Happy Town. All the characters are little frog and salamander people, and it looks very adorable. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's the beauty of Read Wednesday, is that we don't necessarily know what exactly we're going to get into each time, just that we're going to experience some new things. All right. So, why don't we, is there a different, we should try and find something else, music-wise, to help us. Not quite. Nope. No. Too sad. Too sad. Sure, this might fit. Also, let me know if the audio is a little bit too loud in places. But I think I've got it. Yeah, that should be nice and quiet. Okay, so let's head over to the appropriate screen here. If I can find it. This one? This one. Okay. And then we'll do a Wednesdays, we'll do a capture of that one. Yes. Good. Have to log in or anything? I don't think I need to. Okay, good to go. Good to go. So, let's transition on over here and get started, shall we? So, as is the customary tradition here on Read Wednesdays, we'd like to start with a little bit of short stories, short story funness. And I feel like it's just a really nice way to get the juices flowing for a little bit of creative narration. So, what should we read today? We've got adventures. I don't know what all these tags that have just like ethnicities. I'm like, okay, why? Can't they just be like fun, adventure, bedtime, whatever? I don't know. Coming of age, contemporary, creative nonfiction, crime. I still don't know what Desai is exactly. Drama, fantasy, fiction, friendship, funny. I know we did some friendship ones last time. Those are some good feel-good stories. So if we want to do some more feel-good, we could do happy. We could do romance. Honestly, kind of want to see what romance has to offer. All right, what do we got? We've got Unseen by Rebecca Jordan. After the Rock by Christopher Kelly. Cigarettes, a Romance by Howard Haschel. And then the recommendeds. Miss World. All right, let's see. What are the taglines? Canister had always been rolling around at the bottom of his duffel bag. Whenever he picked his fingers would graze over the smooth gray top. Okay, interesting. Humans can transform from solid to spirit in about half a second. I just found this out. And just half a second ago, I might be shocked if I weren't so dead. Okay, interesting. That sounds like an interesting one. I remember our first cigarettes together were Romance Middle Tar. Let's read about being dead. How about that? That sounds interesting. All right. Let's see here. I'll find the right tune. Yeah, these really feel quite right to me. Okay. Humans can transform from solid to spirit in about half a second. I just found this out just a half a second ago. I might be shocked if I weren't so dead. Huh. That's all I have to say about it. Yep. My wife agrees, equally shocked, shockless. She is standing beside me along the sun-baked shoulder of a two-bare-lane country road. Country highway. And we are both staring down into the drainage ditch. At the bottom are scattered piles of junk, a nasty trail of breadcrumbs, all leading to a battered tomb. The tomb used to be a car. For a while, it was our car. But that was before the rock. How long have we been standing here? I asked. I think my wife hand forms a vapor before reforming into fingers. She points at the junk in the ditch, a tire still spinning. Not long. Time seems off. I count to 5, but I can't tell if 5 seconds or 5 hours go by. We point at the broken pieces of what became of our soul cocoon, transforming us from flesh into whatever we are now. See there? Mirror, hubcap, bumper, shoe? My shoe, she confirms. Is there still a foot inside? Looks empty, I tell her. I notice my hands are balled into fists. I open them. Do we just stay here? My wife says, I'm pretty sure that, and another pause that's either a second or a century, we can do whatever we want. Well then. I sound motivated. I sound motivated, but I don't move. I'm gonna have to look at the wreck. Coming? No, she tells me. I don't want to. Something like a laugh springs from her mouth. It sounds like a fervor of steaming mud. I feel funny, and I laugh again because I'm so relieved to feel anything. It feels normal and good. Feelings feel good. I know it's because of her. And for the first time since we found ourselves standing on the side of the road, I look her way. I can tell my eyebrows are lifted. You don't want to see your own corpse? Bullshit. She shrugs. At least I think she does. It's gruesome. It's gruesome, I tell her with a voice of a carnival barker. It's a macabre. It's the sum of 1,000 nightmares. It's... So you. I'm different. No. Remember when you collected my blood from a nosebleed to make cake? I did not. You wanted to. True, she says, but I'm just not interested in empty shells. And then she looked at me for the first time with the same eyebrow raised. You want to see our dead bodies? Bullshit. Now I'm shrugging. I can take the gore. The sight of your own veins make you queasy. I like scary movies. You like cartoon anatomy, she clarifies. But if it gets real, she squeezes her eyes shut, covering her ears, and goes, la la la, to make the point. It's a good point. Clinical butchery makes me black out. But not anymore, not after The Rock. The Rock changed me in more ways than one. I'm still me, I say, smiling. I think you're still you. I guess we are, but who were we? What did we do? I move. I think I'm walking, but there's no tension in my muscles, no popping in my knee. It's weird and slow, but good. I'm still smiling. I say, baby, anything we forget is probably not worth remembering. While I watch, she's saying, I remember what it feels like to hear a knock at the front door, knowing there's a hot pizza waiting on the other side. I remember trees turning red and yellow and orange. Not like this. She sounds disgusted. All green. I remember that, I say. She goes on. I remember the first sip of great wine out of the bottle and how it changes when it's the last sip. I remember purring cats and photographs and staying home and seeing no one. I remember our wedding vows. Forever and then some, I recite. The mangled car tomb is upside down and far too crumpled to look inside. I slip below the earth without digging, spying buried rock and burrowed worms, all without dirtying my skin or clothes. What other tricks will I discover after the rock? My head wafts up into the left of the front seat. We're not as gory as I thought, I shout from the rubble. Not so loud, my wife tells me. I can hear you just fine. Your eyes are open, I say with a softer voice, just above a whisper. You're looking right at me. Am I looking at you or you? Dead me. Both of you are dead. Try again. The me that isn't a ghost? The G word feels funny to say. I laugh a little. Sounds less thwartive and more like it used to. Your hair's in your eyes. Not mine anymore. I just brushed it back and touched your face. I think your skin is cold already, but I don't know what cold feels like with these new fingers. I was always cold. You were always beautiful. Even now, hauntingly beautiful. My wife pretends to snort from the roadside. That's what she does whenever it gets cheesy. Not kidding, I say louder again. You wear deaf like it's Chanel. She scoffs from the roadside. Are you sure you're not looking at someone else's rotting wife? I'm serious. You barely look crusted. You could have an open coffin if you wanted. They wouldn't dare. Not me, though. There's a big hole in my head. Oh, my love. That's always been there. We both laugh at that, and I feel electricity. And also something that might be love. I remember love. I love that she called me my love. I stared at my dead body like I'm combing through a childhood photo album. Here's me at 7 reading a book in the laundry basket. Here's me at 10 dressed as Freddy Krueger for Halloween. Here's me at 40 something, dead at the bottom of the ditch, in the middle of nowhere with a hole in my head. Past blood and bones and gray matter, I can just make it out. See the rock. Where? My wife asks. In your brain? Yeah, a bit gooey. I think I can grab it. Why would you? A keepsake? To show, I don't know, other ghosts? Do we have to? Other ghosts used to be people, you know. You don't have to be their friends. I would just say, hey there, fellow spirit, here's the rock that struck me dead. And they'll say, boo! Because they're ghosts? No, because they won't find you as charming as you think. I'm taking the rock. Okay, but where will you keep it? With patience, she explains, you have no pockets, we have no house, not anymore. Good point, I say, finding nothing but mists where my pockets used to be. I'd have to carry it in my hands. Forever. I can feel my wife, I can feel my wife nodding. She says, and think of all the lives they'll see nothing but a floating rock in the middle of the highway. Live lives? Living people, she tells me. I'm trying this new word out. Hey, I like that, I say after frowning about it for a second. Yeah, it probably scares the live lives to death. Then they'd never leave us alone. How terrifying. And I'm standing beside her again. Out of the car, up from the ditch, and now on the side of the road. She's looking up at the sky and whistling the first 8 notes of If Only I Had a Brain from The Wizard of Oz. which she often did when she was alive. Passes the time. She might be doing it now because of the rock in my brain. I look where she's looking, see what she's seeing. Daytime. Skies show us everything, all the stars and all the worlds, thousands of satellites racing by its streaks alongside a billion shooting stars. All the clouds are funny shapes. I see a cumulus egg hatching a skeleton hand. That's nice, I say, then look back at the soul cocoon. I try and fail to recall the crash. It must have been a swift death. I only remember driving past the big tractor mower, the one over there in the farmland. I point, but the tractor mower is gone. I listen and hear the faint growl of a monstrous engine coming from somewhere in the tall grass. Anyway, I continue, I was driving when I heard a crack. Then, we were standing here. All like that. I snap my fingers, but I don't hear them clap or feel the vibration in my hand. I try again and again without success. It looks like I am playing the world's smallest violin, and without violin for our interred bodies. It wasn't that quick, my wife tells me. No. The window shattered. Your body crashed into mine. We veered towards the ditch. We flew here and twisted. We tumbled there and crumbled. We rolled and I stopped breathing. We landed upside down and it got very quiet. I tried to scream. I choked. I was standing here with you. She says all this matter-of-factly, like she's reciting the steps of a cookie recipe. That must have been scary. She shrugs again. Maybe then. She whistles some more. Always the same 8 notes. I watch her watch the corn and soybeans, taking stock of her familiar spirit. Hazel eyes, shiny teeth, and the frail trace of scars where a dog once bit her cheek as a child. Amazing that it's all still there. Her skin is smooth and pale, the way corpses appear in gothic horror. He looks the part. I imagine we both do. Even before the crash, we rejected suntans and freckles. We're born to be dead. My wife sees me watching her. What? She says. I got something on me. Is it a bug? I tell her, there's no such thing as a ghost. Bugs? But I check her scalp anyway, just to be sure. She asks me, what do you want to do now? I would sigh and thought if I still had lungs. I pretend to inhale. Exhale. I drum my fingers against the wind the way I'm sure all ghosts fidget when they consider options. I say, let's go find the tractor mower. What for? My wife asks. I think we should haunt it. Tractor? Or at least bum a ride into town. She repeats herself, but slowly. A tractor. Why not? I did it. It did this to us, after all. When we passed the tractor mower alive, it was cutting all the tall grass before maybe 20 feet away, scattering green blades over the highway. No mere riding mower, but a hulk with a sealed cab. Nothing else could have launched the rock with such force. All the rest is nature, cruel and vicious, but never armed with missiles. I see no cornstalk catapult, no soybean sharpshooters. It was the Hulk. It mowed up the rock in the tall grass and threw a perfect strike into my skull. The driver didn't stop when we crashed. He either didn't see what happened, or he panicked and tractored himself behind green cover, or he didn't care that we tumbled and rolled and died. How can anyone end a life and not feel a rot in their core? I look and spot glints of sunlight flashing behind farmland camouflage. I see the glass of the tractor cab. It is still mowing somewhere in the thick of the green, or maybe hiding. My wife considers for another century second. Okay, sure. We take our first steps across the highway, and suddenly we are standing in the path of the giant tractor, surrounded by tall grass. 200 feet traveled in a blink. My wife smiles and asks if we just did magic. It's all magic, I say. Even though before the rock I didn't believe in anything, I couldn't prove with each of my senses. We stand still and lock eyes with the driver, expecting him to double take and squint and gawk and scream and clutch his chest in utter horror. He doesn't. Can't see us. The tractor mower rolls over my wife and me. And in another sudden blink, we are in the cab with the driver. He's not a he, but a she in flannel, with a trucker's hat pulled down. A girl of 20. Perhaps she's looking down at her phone, thumbing at a text message, waiting for a reply. I imagine a series of public service posters designed for farm equipment. Distracted tractor in bold print above a cartoon combine that gleefully swallows children while its driver is glued to a phone. Don't text and mow. I wonder if there are ad agencies in heaven. I wonder if there's a heaven. Or why nothing has come to collect us. I'm not worried. Haunting farmers with my wife ain't a bad way to spend eternity. My wife jabs the driver in the back, where a wing would be if the girl was an angel, instead of a murderer. Yikes. At the same time, I shout in her ear, "Get out!" because it seemed the ghostly thing to say. The driver obeys in electroshock spasms. She jumps from the tractor, howling various vowels. She stumbles and limps and flees the farmland. Her fright is everything I hoped it would be. Unmanned, the farm haul keeps rolling, and I wonder whether it will die in a ditch or topple a barn. That was fun, I say. But you're frowning, my wife tells me. Am I? She paints an ectoplasm smile over my murky face. I say, I guess it felt kind of pointless. What did? Scaring her? Oh god, no. Revenge for the Rock. I thought it would taste sweet, but it just tastes like celery. Who cares? So what? Do it for fun next time. My wife has always been the wisest of them all. We push every button and pull every lever until a tractor mower comes to a stop. I say, well, anyways, I'm sure she didn't mean to. I'm sure, my wife agrees. Another blink takes us 300 feet away from the lulled behemoth. We are back at the roadside crash. We are together. I reach for her hand as she reaches for mine, and a spark of light ignites between us for an instant as we touch and clasp. A cobalt Camaro drives by, flashing high beams, headlights, and I realize the world is suddenly shaded in a moonlit blue. The Camaro has somehow brought the night. It is backlit by stars and galaxies and blinking red beacons of distant TV tower time. Acting weird again. The Camaro slows down as it passes the edge of the ditch, where we died. The livelies inside are all aglow in their dashboard light. We are separated by life and death, but they can see us, and we them. Our eyes meet. Theirs are the size of bocce balls, bulging from their skull, on the brink of escape. Both Lively's jaw hinge at the breaking point, look like a pair of airhead babies opening wide for a spoonful of horror. We feed them. The Camaro nearly spills into the ditch graveyard. I reach out my hand and shout, "Be careful, you idiots!" This makes them shriek and snap and jerk the wheel back along the center line. Their heads swivel back and forth, rubbernecking for one more look. Or maybe their heads are just shaking a violent protest. No, I won't believe my eyes. No, they weren't real. I think I saved their lives. What a relief. Company is my nightmare. The car vanishes with a punch of acceleration, taking the night with it. Daylight returns just as it was a few seconds ago. The Livelies are gone, but I can see their future. I listen as they tell 1,000 stories about us over the next 30 years. That's where we saw them, the dead lovers. They're trapped in limbo forever, searching for the wrecked car. One of them shrieks at me, trying to crash us in the ditch where they died. What a crock. I know where my car is. I just don't care anymore. My wife touches my cheek and asks, "Better?" "Much," I reply. They call us the demon sweethearts of Route 24. A future legacy makes her giddy. Me too. We're a ghost story now, I say. We've gone legend. Let's do it again. Somewhere else. There's a million places to make better stories. Think of the fun we'll have. Forever and then some. I look deep into her soul, squeeze her hand, and feel warmth, even though we're just bloodless, fleshless thoughts and memories. I tell her, I'm so happy you didn't survive. That's the sweetest thing you could have said. Her tears float up and away like defiant rain. She says, if you were still alive, I'd strangle you. I'm the luckiest dead man in the whole wide world. She pulls me to the middle of the road, where a minivan is fast approaching. Unlike the Camaro, it doesn't carry the night, nor do its lively riders see us standing here. We're going to leave this tomb behind, my wife declares. The minivan runs over us. We get scooped up, become invisible passengers. Livelies are singing along to some terrible song. I break the radio. This is nice, my wife says. And it is. We'll ride quietly till we stop in the first town or city or lakeside cabin, surrounded by deep, dark woods. My wife's hand passes through the sliding door to fly on the wind. Her head is my shoulder. Her head is on my shoulder. She says, what a day. Strange. Very strange. Very bizarre. A little... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not morose. Macabre? A little macabre. I don't know. The just kind of like, I'm so glad you died part. I mean, I guess that's one way to look at death in the afterlife, potentially. Romance stories are weird. Very bizarre. Let's try one more, and then we'll switch to the visual novel, I think. So what do we have? What you can do with your book? Oh wait, I've read this one before, right? I've read that one. The Boy in the Pink Tuxedo. Oh, there's some overlap. I thought they would all be individual things. A long drive to be happy? Interesting. Sure. A Long Drive to Be Happy by Holly Guy. If I bring you breakfast whilst you're in bed, a simple thank you would be sufficient. None of this, how'd you get in my house, bollocks. You didn't even compliment me on my fluffy eggs, nor the sizzle to the to perfection sausages. I had to drive 3 hours just to find the perfect smoky marinette sauce for the dish, you ungrateful bitch. And yes, I know I screwed up a little on the mushrooms. They were burnt, and I guess I tend to be quite salt happy. But that doesn't mean you are allowed to be ungrateful for my kind gesture. Oh, it doesn't. And it doesn't mean you should call the police on me. That is certainly not a good enough thank you. Didn't your mother teach you any manners? Thanks to your little phone call, I now must leave town for a little while. I'll probably come back soon enough. No doubt I'll be greeted with that awful little piece of paper which screams restraining order. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, what did I just open? I'm so sick of those little fuckers. I'm collecting them like they are my gateway into heaven. No matter where I go, I seem to get handed them. I think there are only a handful of states I'm legally allowed to reside in. Colorado, Texas, Arizona. Wait, no, not Arizona. Not anymore. I'll check the chart and get back to you on that defined list. But I think it's all bullshit. You women are all bullshit. I'm sorry. This was written by Holly? Excuse me, Holly? All right. Well then. Every day you lot moan about wanting a thoughtful guy, one that brings flowers without asking, does chores on their own, on his own will, and that will do little tasks to show their love. But when I do it, no, it's all, who the fuck are you? How did you get into my house? And I'm calling the police. Women just are so hard to understand. And now I must change my appearance yet again to escape being noticed. No doubt you have posted my face all over social media without my permission, may I add. and there will be an angry flock looking for me, angry folks looking for me. So I've done what any sane person would do, shave off all my hair. I was aiming for the sexiness of Vin Diesel. It didn't really go to plan. I now look like a sad egg. You have removed my happiness, and I am now a sad egg. But it wasn't real love. They will probably protest. And sure, you're right, it wasn't real love in the movie theater sense, with fireworks and dim lights and nails scratching down backs. And to an extent, I guess you can't count it as real love since you didn't even know that I existed, but it was real to me, darling, very real. You are beautiful, and I am not just saying that, I promise. I'm not going to lie. You're not the prettiest girl I've fallen for, but you have potential to be top 6, maybe top 5, if you wore a little more makeup. I fell for you. I fell for your cascading, fiery hair and those dark, alluring eyes. You wear a lot of red to match those. What I am assuming would be soft tendrils of hair. I've imagined they feel like feathers. Can you confirm this? Celia, my love, you are like a danger sign. It entices me straight away before you would be the girl who adores my kind gestures. You wouldn't run away screaming. You would take me into their loving arms and make my life complete. But you didn't. You, like all the other failed relationships, ran away screaming. I really truly thought it would be different with you. I expected more, and you've let me down. Such a shame. Such a waste of potential. So now I'm bald, sad, and driving to find my new home. It's quite difficult when you have to avoid certain towns and cities, thanks to lot restraining orders. But I'll manage. I've moved those sticky contact lenses with... I've removed those sticky contact lenses which colored my eyes brown, and I've replaced them with green. And I have applied a little fake tan, the Dove moisturizer from the Superdrug. I saw it on the bedside counter and immediately bought some for myself. Good stuff. My new identity is slowly forming. I'll replace my scraggly rags with some nicer clothes. Well, I can't afford much right now after I lost that job. Apparently, stalking the woman in the workplace is offense. In the workplace is offensive or something. I'm not quite sure. I think it's pure bullshit. And I wasn't even following her. I was following her friend. Ha! As if I would risk losing my job over that ugly slob. I think I will go to California, start a new life there. Mom will be proud of me when I tell her my new lie. I got a raise, Mom, I'll tell her, excitedly on the phone. California, sales manager. They'll love me so much they'll double my salary. I'm sure she'll be so proud of her successful and ambitious son. Maybe she'll ask that I come visit her. It has been quite a while since I visited her in Hudson. I just have to wait 6 more months before I'm allowed back. Until then, Mumsy will just have to settle for any lies. I'm a busy man, Mom. I can't just run back now that I've got such an important new job. They need me here. The mountains now surround me, and there's a glistening lake to my left. I can smell the almost bitter air as I speed up a little faster in my tiny little car. I will have to ditch this tin can soon, but I think I'll get as far as I can, so I do not have to walk as much. Last time, my blisters had blisters. I just hope my new neighborhood in Townsfolk will be welcoming and kind. I could really do with a friend right now. It's incredibly lonely having to pick up and move every couple of months. Even now, as I look at the sat-nav, which reads 8 hours left of my journey, I know it's not a promising idea. I will never be able to live happy until women learn to have some respect for a gentleman with kind gestures. It's going to be a long drive to happy. A little weird. A little stalker obsessiveness, but What? Probably. I'm sure. in the sense of just being satire. I'm sure it's fine. It felt weird though. Reading some of those lines, I was like, am I gonna get in trouble for this? If a woman wrote the short story, do I get in trouble for reading it? I don't know. But I think that'll do for the short stories for the time being. We'll move on to our visual novel, as I have no idea exactly how long that's going to take. Could be very short, could be very long. We'll find out. I wonder, can I do a game capture for this? I should be able to. Okay. Let's turn you down a fair bit. Don't want to be too loud now, alright? How's that? Yeah, that should be alright. I think, right? We'll do a check. We'll do a 1-2 check here. Just make sure that we sound on balance with the rest of the things. Probably turn it up a little bit. Just a smidgen. Okay. So this is Gidget and the Mystery and the Mysterious Thievery of Happy Town. And we can actually get into some character voices now. Announcer. Good morning, ladies and gents and non-binary friends. Slippery here from the Froggy News reporting. It's now 6 in the morning in Happy Town, and it seems the day will start out bright and sunny. But don't let your guard down, my slippery frogs, because clouds will cover the sky in the afternoon and there is a big chance of rain. So, if you'd rather not get soaked to the skin, better be sure to carry a lotus leaf umbrella with you. We wouldn't want to ruin that nice shirt you've got as a present, am I right? Good day, everyone. Slippy out. Mrs. Lollihop. Oh dear, Rain? I sure hope no one gets sick. Kids are so scatterbrained these days that they forget to take care of themselves properly. Well, although there is nothing a warm cup of tea and a few of my homemade swamp cookies can't cure. Ah, speak of the frog, they must have finished baking. Whatever could those sounds be? I think they came from downstairs. My beautiful bakery! What could have... No, stop! Thief! My mittens! Very intense for a pair of mittens. Finally done. Crest, what time is it? Almost 11:30 a.m. Gidget's office, morning. What? No! We lost the whole morning? I was supposed to get Mrs. Lollipops. Get to Mrs. Lollihops later. Seriously, that again? You know, I can't live without my morning special, Crest. I need a sugar in my system. For the love of frogs, pull yourself together already. If I hadn't convinced you to clean your office, you would have put it off. If I hadn't convinced you to clean your office, you would have put it off again. Oh, come on. A little dust and occasional sweets never hurts anybody. A little, occasional? Are you being serious right now? You'll have drowned in a mountain of papers and sugar if I hadn't stepped in. Jeez, what are you, my mom? Might as well be. Crest? I'm just messing around with you, kid. As long as the office doesn't turn into a pigsty, it's okay to be a little messy. Just remember that it's important to have a neat-looking place if you're expecting to get more clients. Okay. I hate it when you're right. Hmm? What's that, kid? You saying something? Shut up, you. Oh, well. Hmm? No, for the love of... I know it's not that early, but come on. Does he have to make all of that noise every time? Guess we have a little... Guess he must be feeling really energetic, huh? Gidget Croak is always energetic. At least he rings the doorbell, right? I'll get it.
It's criminal!
Hello to you too, Croaky.
Hi, Miggit, Brigitte, Gidget?
Please, don't tell me it's another one of your let's see who can catch the criminal first nonsense.
Nonsense! I'll have you know the police force is extremely professional at doing their job. And unlike you private investigators with your questionable methods, we do it all in the name of the law. Real justice always prevails!
Right.
That's why I feel the need to give you a hint every now and then. Or you private investigators would be at a constant impasse.
Well, I doubt for a second that the police are more than capable of catching criminals. Well, I don't doubt for it. Yeah. And getting a bit of info from an officer himself isn't something I'm about to reject anytime soon.
Right? I knew you'd understand, Gig.
Then again, not all police officers have citizens' best interests at heart. There are some cases they deem unimportant. That's why we also need private detectives. Don't you think different skills and abilities should have a bigger purpose than just competing with each other?
Yeah.
Then tell us, Mr. Policeman, what are you in such a hurry?
That's right! I almost forgot! Mrs. Lollyhop's mittens were stolen.
What?
I came straight from her home. She's actually wanted to see you, Gidget. But she's afraid of another burglary taking place at her bakery. She doesn't want to leave.
Mrs. Lollyhops. Wait a minute. This isn't the first thievery this week, isn't it? Now that you mention it.
Unfortunately not. There have been a few more cases of home burglaries these few days. But the rest is classified information, so I can't tell you anything.
What you told us was really helpful. Thank you, Croak.
No problem. But anyway, I must return to my own investigations at once. May the best detective catch the culprit. Adios!
He's like a flash of lightning, that guy. Don't you think so, Git? Git? So, according to Krog, Mrs. Lollyhop's mittens weren't the first stolen item this week? Do you think it's the same culprit? Already flipping your switch, huh? And you didn't even have any sweets yet. Guess that means we should visit Mrs. Lollyhop's then. Killing two birds with one stone, are we? You know me so well. It was a good thing we cleaned up. Then, now we'll be able to find your stuff more quickly. Huh? Aside from your magnifying glass, which may as well be part of your body, you do remember where you put your other tools, right? Yeah, about that. Get? Oh, stop nagging, will you? I can find them, just fine. Now, where did I put my tools? I already have my magnifying glass, so I'll be needing my notebook, my pen, and my gloves. Tutorial. it's time to investigate. Giget won't be able to... Trying to think if Giget would be a masculine or a feminine name. Giget won't be able to use their full potential if she doesn't carry their tools. Ah, there it is! Wow. That was fast. Click on the screen to check places where Giget might have put them. Also, we're doing a point-and-click adventure game? Okay. My desk. No office is ever complete without one, right? Trash, I mean, the trash can, with trash. I swear, Crest keeps putting it closer and closer to my side. I know I'm messy, but come on. Pen? Crest's desk is so close to the window because Crest loves to bask in the sun. And also, because less dust gathers over there. Okay. A map of Hobbytown. It's filled with various notes of important restaurant, important clues. In a drawer? Our drawers! We store several things over here. Crest likes to dust them regularly, so they're very clean. Also, I had to organize them today, so they're neat too. I should come look here again after I find my notebook. Okay, it's not... What about... Is this your notebook? Filled with all my books. Crest told me demanded that I buy this. Because they couldn't stand the books piling up on the floor, and they kept tripping over them. Oh, there's something here. Notebook added to inventory. Trusty notebook for holding clues, check. With this, I can record all the clues I find and write important notes. Giget found their notebook. Try clicking on the notebook icon on the bottom right. Oh. Is this okay? And then we have our inventory. Okay. You can check Giget's notebook for important clues and record your progress. Found item, clues, and testimonies will be recorded inside the inventory menu. Cool. Drawer. So there's need 2. Well, what do we have here? Pen added to inventory. Blueberry ink pen for taking notes, check. Now we need our gloves, probably over here. No? It's time to... Oh, shit. Oh, come on. It was funny. Oh, I overclicked on one thing. Remember, kids, once the sun sets, work with a light to avoid straining your eyes. Who are you talking to? Oh, you silly Crest, you. Can't you see the audience on the other side of the screen? Huh? Our clients sit here whenever they come. I love these couches. They're so comfy. Perfect for a nap whenever Crest isn't looking. What else do I have to look at? The window? I swear to Frog, Crest gets enjoyment from seeing my squinting eyes whenever they open the blinds to wake me up. Yes, they're blinds, alright? Damn things let the sunlight enter and blind my poor, poor eyes. Drawer? Aha! There must be. I'm glad I didn't misplace them. Or try to, at least. Gloves added to the inventory. Gloves for avoiding leaving fingerprints and possibly touching dangerous substances with my bare hands. Check. Hooray! You got all the tools. You got +3 detective points. Does that help me? What are detective points? Well, I'm glad you asked. Giget needs to collect detective points in order to solve the case and get the best possible outcome. A low number of detective points may result in a bad ending, so be careful. How do you earn them? By questioning and investigating, like a true detective. Bear in mind, though, that the amount of detective points you earn won't be shown to you from now on. Oh. You will have to wait until the end to find your total amount. And last, but certainly not least, I've got one final piece of information for you. You can end your investigation at any time by clicking on Crest. Good luck, detective. I'd like to end this investigation. With 3 points, I have deduced that there is someone stealing things. And that someone is you, Crest. You keep stealing my sleep from me by opening those blinds. Okay, moving on. The door to the outside world. That door that begins each adventure. The door that... We get it already. Wait, how do I... So wait, how do I leave, though? What do I... Wait, I have my items. How do I... Crest loves this lamp. I wonder if it reminds them of their scales. I think it's pretty cool, too. Crest's chair, it doesn't look very comfortable. They said they prefer it that way, though, since a really comfy one would make them sleepy. Does Crest secretly want to sack off? Better not say that out loud. How do I leave? How do I leave? Photos of our precious memories. Crest gets embarrassed, but I know they really like them. I spotted them gazing at the pictures more than once. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. What? What's that, Crest? Do you want to sing too? Shut up! No, I don't. How do I leave? How do I leave? How do I leave? How do I leave? I have to click on him? Eureka! I'm already done! Oh, fuck. Well, I'm glad you managed to find your tools quickly. Of course. Who do you think I am? A very smart yet very messy detective. Oh, let's just go. Mrs. Lollyhop's Bakery. Afternoon. Mrs. Lollyhops, are you okay? Wow, that's a lot of police tape. Seems that Croak and the other officers were quite busy for a while. Gigay, dear, you're just in time. I just finished making mini cakes. Mini cakes? Weren't her mittens stolen? They must be no-bake mini cakes. Did the police find them? They must be no-bake mini cakes. Are they no-bake mini cakes? I mean, I don't think even the police are that fast at catching culprits. That's right. She's shaking. I'd love to have some cakes, Mrs. Lollyhops. Do you also have that tea you made me try last time? It was very good. Yes, of course. Please, do come in. I'll go ahead and prepare everything. Why don't you wait for me upstairs? Sure thing, Mrs. Lollyhops. Let's go. Oops, wrong voice. Let's go, Crest. Kid, I'm not sure if I should. Don't be ridiculous. You know Miss Lollyhops doesn't like that. Isn't like that. She never treated you differently for being a gecko. Why would she do that now? Okay. Is there some kind of, like, racial tension between frogs and geckos? Thank you for waiting, dear. Wow, everything looks amazing. Flattery will get you nowhere, Gigi. I mean it, Mrs. Lollyhops. You've outdone yourself. I can't wait to devour I can't wait to try these. I brought some sugar too, since I know you'd like to sweeten your tea as well. Oh, Miss Lollyhops. Jeez, do you have no self-control? I can't hear you. What are you, 3? Mr. Mix? I'm not sure what MX stands for, actually. Mr. Assistant, would you like a cup of tea? Oh, yes, that's very kind of you, Mrs. Lollyhops. Thank you. Who are you and what have you done with Crest? Ow, that hurt. Gige, dear, is everything all right? Yes, everything's fantastic. Such a good cake. Mmm. Damn gecko, they kicked me down the table. Ahem. But more importantly, shall we get back to business, Miss Lollyhops? Would you tell me what happened? Oh, yes, I'm afraid this incident has left me very confused, and I may not recall everything. I also know from the news that this isn't the first thievery this week. Even the police confirmed it when they came earlier. But I don't understand who could possibly need a pair of mittens. They only have sentimental value. It's not something expensive. I even made sure to protect my door further with a wooden bar. Her hands are shaking. Miss Lollyhops, I will definitely catch the culprit. You have my word. Gige, dear. And you don't have to worry about remembering everything exactly as it happened. No matter how small, any detail that comes to mind could be about the incident could be helpful. All right. All right, investigation time. We get to find out what it is that we're doing. What are we doing? What happened? Was there anything else stolen? Did you see the culprit's face or any other features about them? Did you notice anything strange? What happened? Let's see. I woke up at about 4:30 a.m. as usual. Oh my goodness. Bakers, I know bakers wake up early, but that just sounds so insane to me to be up at the crack of dawn, and that's normal. Since I always like to do my baking very early. The silence helps me relax, and I strive for the baked goods that I sell to be as fresh as possible. I can definitely attest to that. Thank you, dear. Today, I thought I'd make my homemade recipe of swamp cookies for the bakery's morning special. So I finished making a big batch of them, but then I put them in the oven while I prepared to listen to Slippy's weather report. Then, when my cookie timer rang, I heard a noise downstairs. A different noise? Not the cookie timer? That's right. I usually take the cookie timer with me, so I can control the timing of the baking while I do other things. Ah, I see. Could you describe the noise you heard? It was... I suppose it was similar to rustling and perhaps a sort of squelching? And the closer I got to the sound, the louder they were. Of course, I thought it was odd. I even considered it could be the oven. So I went towards the noise and... Oh dear, it was awful! My beautiful kitchen was ransacked, and there was mud everywhere. I was so shocked that I screamed. And then I noticed someone leaving my kitchen through the window, with my mittens no less. Oh, the culprit escaped from one of the windows downstairs. Was anything else stolen? Thankfully, nothing else. But thanks to that awful thief, I couldn't take out my cookies in time, and they got burned. I just can't bake without my mittens. Poor Mrs. Lollyhops. It'd be tricky for an old lady to grab a tray without mittens. Dish towels aren't as heat resistant. Don't I know it? Oh man, I can totally relate to these struggles. It is just so unpleasant to try and bake and grab anything from the oven without mittens. Did you see the culprit's face or any other features about them? I'm sorry, Gige. I'm afraid not. I only saw a bit of shadow and... Yes? Well, I thought maybe my eyes were deceiving me from a shock, but... It didn't look like a frog. Interesting. Did you notice anything strange? Well, nothing other than my kitchen being a mess. The nerve of that thief, I tell you. I don't understand where the mud came from either. It wasn't even raining at the time. This morning was pure shining. Pure sunshine. Where could the mud have come from? That's all. Mrs. Lollyhop's testimony was added to the inventory. Miss Lollyhops, would you mind letting us look at the crime scene? Oh, not at all, dear. I thought you might want to, so I didn't clean anything even after the police left. Thank you so much, Miss Lollyhops. We'll try to be as quick as possible. I know it's not pleasant to have a messy home. Are you sure about that? Shut up, Crest! You know what I mean. All right, it's time. It's mystery showtime. Just remember not to rush, okay? I know you're very observant, but you can also be a bit impatient sometimes. Search carefully. Yes, Mom. Let's do this, Git. On it, partner.
Investigation. At last, it's time to investigate. Move the cursor to inspect places that look suspicious. Once you think you're done inspecting every nook and cranny, talk to Crest and let them know you're done. In fact, you could even tell them right now. But why would you do that? Unless we want the bad ending? Unless it was us? Unless we're the culprits all along and we don't want anyone to know?
The bread rack seems to be okay, thankfully. Doesn't seem like the culprit messed with this. Yikes, that's a lot of muddy footprints. Ugh, you said it. It actually looks and smells like garbage from up close. Why the heck is it so slimy? Gross! Crest, do you have a handkerchief? You should take a sample. Thank Frogness you didn't touch it directly. Here you go. Sample of slimy mud was added to your inventory. That will do. Thanks, partner. I'm surprised you didn't use your gloves, anyway. Well, I wouldn't mind if it's a little dirt, but this slimy mud could ruin them, and the gloves were a present after all. Croak would be beet red if he heard you say that. Probably croaking nonstop. Oh, wait. Is that why Croaker was so embarrassed to see us? Because they like us? Still, these footprints also seem rather big to be from a frog. Muddy footprints added to the notebook. Alright. Not much of a difference from the floor. Huh. This has a lot of mud, too. Well, at least there's less mud here. Still gross, though. Hang in there, Crest. We won't take long. Anyway, from the looks of it, it seems like the culprit really escaped from here. This slimy mud, could it have come from a swamp? Swamp mud. Interesting. Whoa. Oh no! What is it? Did you find something bad? Dreadful! Horrible! The swamp cookies were completely burned! Why are you looking at me like that? It is bad news! You're not going to intimidate me with that stare, I tell you! Okay, fine. The cookies themselves aren't that relevant. You're right, Git. I knew you were a very capable detective who doesn't get distracted by trivial nonsense. Yeah, well, it's a shame that I couldn't try the morning special, but at least I got... Don't you dare finish that sentence. A piece of cake. Oh, okay, I sipped something. I thought your worst enemy was Nemesis and dirt. Yes, which is exactly why I want to get out of here as quickly as possible before I actually start cleaning myself. You and your germophobia. But wait, even Mrs. Lollihops got her mittens stolen. Couldn't she have just used a dish towel to turn the oven off? Dish towels aren't very heat resistant. She probably would have burnt her hand if she tried that. Besides, with the whole burglary incident, I imagine she must have been feeling quite panicked. So she probably forgot to turn off the oven. Burnt swamp cookies added to the notebook. Okay, I'm not sure how that's going to be relevant to us exactly, but... Although, was the oven still on? Because we might have prevented a fire. Oh, this is where customers pay. There was such a long line sometimes. Well, I have to give it to Mrs. Lollihops. Who would have thought her morning special would be enough incentive for you to wake up early? That's right. Be proud of me. If only you didn't fall back asleep after eating your breakfast. Well, at least I wake up when clients come to the office. 5 minutes before, you mean? Oh, shut up, Gecko! I'm also awake whenever Croaky comes to visit. That's not exactly a hard accomplishment, but oh well, you win some, you lose some. I knew I was your favorite boss. Yet, you're my only boss. Details, details. Oh, and speaking of, it seems the cash register wasn't used today. Well, I can't imagine Mrs. Lollihops was robbed this morning, after all. So she probably closed the shop for the day. Yes, that too, but I'm talking about the culprit. It seems they didn't steal any money. It wasn't a regular burglar. Oh, you're right! Cash register full of money was added to the notebook. I'll just take this for myself. Call it, we're taking this in for evidence. I would like the morning special, please, with extra icing. And I would like $1 million. Actually, so would I. Wait, really? Imagine all the sweets I could buy, all the restaurants I could visit. Why am I not surprised? As if you were any better, you'd probably spend a lot buying the best cleaning supplies you could get your hands on. What? No, I would... Okay, yeah, that's fair. Gotcha. Well, the caps is broken. I hope Mrs. Lollihops didn't step on it. Oh ho! Are you worried, Crest? No, it's just... Well, okay, maybe I am. She's an old lady who lives alone. How can I not be concerned? Yeah, don't worry, partner. From what I can tell, she was walking normally and also wearing boots. Oh, I don't think her feet got hurt. That's good then. Although I wonder why Mrs. Lollihops didn't mention any crashing sounds. Was this really done during the incident? Wouldn't a broken cup normally be on the floor? Maybe Mrs. Lollihops herself put it away so that nobody would step on it? But didn't she say she didn't touch anything to preserve the crime scene? I'll have to keep this in mind. Broken cup added to the notebook. Interesting. Can I ask her about that? I think we have... Oh, wait, there's one more. Oh, a dirty handprint.
It's rather big, don't you think?
Yes, and it doesn't seem to have webbed fingers. Interesting. Dirty handprint added to notebook. Oh. Okay. So not an amphibian? I mean, most frogs and reptiles and things do have webbed feet, and everything is pointing towards them coming from like a swamp or something.
Interesting. The plot thickens.
Alright, I think I've discovered everything that I can from here. Alright, we're done here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left. Way to go, partner. Let's investigate somewhere else now. Miss Lollyhops, thank you for letting us investigate your crime scene. And of course, for inviting us to that wonderful afternoon tea. Oh, it was my pleasure, Gige. Were you able to find anything in your investigation? Sure did, which is why we must bid you farewell for now. I'm afraid the case isn't so simple, and we'll need to investigate other areas. Oh dear, please be careful, dear. I wouldn't want you being hurt. Don't worry, Mrs. Lollyhops. Gigette is a bit reckless sometimes, but she is a great detective. And I'll be right by her side in case anything happens. That was meant for you too, Christy. Christy dear, take care of yourselves now. You hear me? Yes, thank you. Take care of yourself too, Mrs. Lollyhops. Oh, what's this? Is the gecko feeling embarrassed? What? I'm not. Oh, well, shut up, Kermit. Let's go.
Uppytown. Evening. The rain came down heavy that day.
All right, it's time to interview some people. Oh, you've got to be joking. Rain now? I thought frogs loved rain. Well, I don't mind it. At least as long as it doesn't hinder my investigation, that is. Can't be helped. Wait here under the roof, kid. I'll go get a leaf umbrella. Wait, you'll get wet. I can always change once I'm at the office. Besides, haven't I told you before? We crested geckos come from the rainforest. We're really fast climbers. Oh, now that you mention it, I bet they like rain because it makes them feel clean. Also, what's with the random trivia? Okay, stay here, Git. Seriously, don't do anything until I come back. Jeez, doubtful much? Oh, I trust you, alright. But I also know you can be reckless sometimes. Well, I can't deny that. Just wait for me, okay? Fine. Might as well put together the clues I gathered today. Clue check! Let's start with what Mrs. Lollyhops told us. Mrs. Lollyhops woke up very early to make a batch of her homemade swamp cookies. She then put them in the oven and decided to wait while listening to the froggy news. Once the radio show ended, she heard something strange. What was it? If it's a strange noise, it'd be a rustling and squelching noise. That's right, it was the rustling and squelching sounds she thought was strange. Miss Lollyhops considered the oven might have broken, so she decided to check it out. After hearing the noise, Miss Lollyhops went downstairs to her bakery, only to find it ransacked and full of mud. She also noticed she had been robbed. What was it that was stolen? Her mittens and the swamp her mittens. That's right, only her mittens were stolen. She even saw the thief's shadow carrying the mittens. So with the mittens on hand, the thief escaped through one of the bakery windows. Miss Lollihops couldn't make out their face, but she did mention something about the culprit's appearance. What was it? The thief didn't look like a frog. That's right, Miss Lollihops pointed out that the thief's silhouette didn't seem like a frog's. It wasn't a frog. What could it have been? Then again, Mrs. Lollihops could have also been mistaken, but is that really the case? Guess that leaves the crime scene. What do the clues tell me? The oven still had the cookies in it. The culprit didn't attempt to steal them, so they weren't looking to steal food or figure out a secret recipe. There was a broken cup on one of the shelves. That's odd. But what's odd is that Mrs. Lollihops didn't mention anything like that. It must have happened after the incident. A crash sound is way more noticeable than a rustling sound, after all. When we looked at the cash register, all the money was there. You'd think burglars wouldn't miss the chance to steal money, but for some reason, only the mittens were stolen. The floor had a lot of muddy footprints, which were too big to be a frog's. This confirms what Mrs. Lollihops said about the silhouette that she saw escaping the window. The menu was normal, nothing really stood out, only my cravings for sweets. Dirty handprints that were found on the glass display didn't have webbed fingers, so it really couldn't have been a frog. But then, what kind of creature was it? Was it even an amphibian? Or something else? The bread rack was untouched. It didn't seem like the culprit messed with it. Clue check. All checked. Crest sure is taking their sweet time. Are they making the leaf umbrella from scratch or something?
Giget, is that you?
Huh? Croaky, what are you doing here? He has a leaf umbrella.
I could ask you the same thing. Weren't you private investigators, investigating?
Impressive choice of words, officer.
It's the meaning that counts.
I'm just pulling your leg. Yes, actually, we were, but...
The rain?
Yes, the rain. What about you?
We've been pretty busy, like I told you this morning. There have been a number of thieveries lately. We really can't catch a break. And this damned rain actually made us lose an important lead.
Tell me about it. Can't you share anything with me? We could help each other out. Please, Croaky.
I'm sorry, kid. You know how much I appreciate you, but we're not kids anymore. I can't just go revealing private information to someone that's not in the force. It's against the law.
Yeah, I guess you were always like this. More proper than formality itself. But you wouldn't be Croaky if you weren't like that, and I like you as you are.
Huh? Like me, you say?
That white thing in the hem of his pants. Giget. What?
Giget, what are you?
So sorry. Sorry. I just thought I saw something. It's probably just a reflection of light. Mysterious white item was discreetly added to the inventory. I should check what's that thing later. I should check what's that thing later in my inventory. Can I do that now? They do have a lot of clues. What is this? White cup handle. White cup handle? What? For the cup? Oh, was it the... Oh, the detectives must have knocked it over. A broken piece is some kind of pottery. Cup found in the hem of Croak's pants. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Can I combine items?
Giget, actually. I met Crest when they got to the office. They told me to pick you up.
What? That traitor! They did it on purpose!
Well, I don't mind. A police officer's duty includes many things. Like patrolling the neighborhood. Yes, so, you know, I could take you home.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Thank you, Croaky. I owe you one. I'll just keep investigating tomorrow and murder Gecko today.
Right. Please, come under the leaf umbrella so you don't get soaked. You can hold on to me if you need to.
Okay, will do.
Keep it together, Croaky. This is no time for slip-ups. You're a professional, goddammit. Giget's office, midday.
Yeah, daylight. Is it morning already? Huh? Oh, I guess it's finally stopped raining. Thank frogness. Crest, what time is it? Crest? Where are they? What's this? A note? I went on ahead to start questioning some citizens. I think we should split up so that we can cover more areas in Hoppytown. We can meet later at the office and combine what each of us found out. Crest. Yes. I tried to wake you up, but you were sleeping like a log. Did the rain make you that sleepy? Jeez. What's with the sudden lone wolf attitude? Have they been reading too much Sherlock Frog? And I don't sleep like a log. Do I? Oh well. Guess I'll be by myself most of today. Let's get going.
Hoppytown. Afternoon.
Alright, made it. This is the busiest street in Hoppytown. Someone's bound to have seen or heard something about this mysterious thief. Let's see. Who should I ask for info?
Oh. I'm in love with the adorable froggy art style. I mean, that is one of the things that caught my eye when I was browsing visual novels. I was like, this seems like it would be cute and funny. And maybe less gruesome than the last thing I thought would be cute and funny. How are you? Oh, I didn't close that right. How are you, Miss Liz? How's it going? Question from forever ago. If you were a ghost, would you try to keep the rock that killed you? I would. I'm good, been lurking. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that you'd been lurking from that long ago. Would I try and keep the rock that killed me? I'm not sure, honestly, because I guess the one concern that I would have is like if I hold on to the things like that caused my death or that I cherished in life, like physical items, does that anchor me to the mortal plane? Do I become an angry, haunted spirit of some sort? Or, yeah, I'm not sure. Because I'd be very interested to know, like, well, if I'm dead and I'm a ghost, is what comes next? Like, do I just meet up with other ghosts? Do I go someplace? Is there an afterlife? Do I actually haunt people and become like, do I become resentful and vindictive because I'm no longer tethered to the mortal coil? Or, yeah, I don't know. But keeping the rock? I feel like I might carry it around for a little bit, but I don't know that I would keep it indefinitely. I'm sure there'd be a time of me just like holding the rock and being like, man, really all it took? Of all things, just a rock. Rocked straight through the brain. Man. And then after a little while, I'd be like, alright, I either need to just drop this or use this to kill somebody else. So ghosts carrying rocks don't pass into the afterlife? I mean, maybe. Maybe you're just, it's like you have unfinished business and you can't move on. Oh, by the way, did you see the little meme emoji update? Do I believe in ghosts? I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like, if I'm just chilling all by myself, minding my own business, and it's a sunny day and whatever, probably not. If I'm by myself in a dark area, and there's no life around, and yet I still hear things, and stuff that can't be explained, I'm like, oh my god, there's ghosts. Or something supernatural. Maybe it's not so much ghosts. I don't know that I believe in ghosts. I definitely believe in, like, malevolent beings. Maybe demons or something. I saw the emojis. Looks good. Good. Great. Yes. I think I really like the, well, first of all, the update to the first 4 definitely makes them pop more, which I think will go a long way into their use. And the terrified face also now doesn't look like it's smushed as much. If you were a ghost, would you still play adorable frog games? Listen. If I had all of eternity, literally all of eternity, I could finally catch up on my backlog of video games. And who's to say that that wouldn't mean there wouldn't be a few frog-related games in there. You'd finally play the Star Fox games. Hey, it's the town's renowned pond. The citizens love to soak their webbed feet in there. I heard swimming competitions are held during summer too. That's a relatable comment. Yes. I have so much unfinished business, and it is my catalog of games. But that's also on the assumption that I would be able to use a computer and not freak people out. I don't know. Oh, that kid seems to be free. Hello there. Wouldn't you like to help a detective in need of some info? Kid? No use. Kid's too focused on the cloud watching. Can't say I blame him though. The sky is really beautiful after a day of rain. I wonder if there's any rainbows. Ooh. In the future, only consoles and computers are haunted. Randomly Spyro comes up on TV. Oh, that's just great. Uncle Logan playing his favorite game again. Oh man, yeah, no, that very accurate, very accurate. I definitely. It's just gonna be everyone is just going to be a nerd haunting their thing. It's gonna be like video games, PCs, consoles, art sets, tablets, you know, all everything nerd related is going to be haunted. It's Miss Lollyhop's bakery. Even from the outside, it always smells really nice. Crest and I already questioned her yesterday, so there's no need to go back here right now. Oh, I just remembered! Oh, Miss Liz. So we're doing all this bakery-related shenanigans in the game, right? Now I'm like, man, I really want some baked goods. Like, I haven't had many fresh baked goods in a while, but I don't have the money to like splurge on things. And then I was like, wait! I had one frozen apple cinnamon pie, and I took it out to thaw in the fridge yesterday, and when I end the stream, it's gonna be thawed and I can warm it up. Oh man, I'm so psyched. I'm so excited. Oh, I get pie after this. Boy. Let's see, anything else? Anything else relevant? I should investigate.
That's Mr. Baloo. Once a week, he always sends mail to his family residence in Toad Town. I shouldn't bother him, though. He's always rushing somewhere and never seems to have time to talk. Ah, see what I mean? He already left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is this me? Our office. We're only renting it now, but hopefully, once we have enough saved money, we'll be able to buy it. It's conveniently located too. No, not just because it's close to Mrs. Holly Hop's bakery. This is Hoppy's main street, so it's close to everything.
So wait a minute. We needed to be walked. Oh, is home different than the office? Because we were just like here, and then we had to be escorted home. I guess. But we sleep at the office. The office must be where we reside, right? I don't know.
Anything else back there?
This chippy music really makes me want to play like a freaking JRPG for some reason.
Another famous street from Holly Hop Town. It's filled with restaurants, some smaller shops, and even a school. But I couldn't go there right now. Better to start from the busiest street first.
Okay, these two?
Seems like these kids over there are starting school today. Have they moved to town recently? I guess that means their long hopley days.
Their long hopley day is over.
Get it? Oh, 2 more people came to the street. With luck I'm having these days, I hope I can at least question one of them. Oh, these are animated.
Oh. Okay, so that's everyone. All the investigation I can do.
Hey, yo, kid. Hey, yo, kid. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, whoa, hey, yo, hey, oh, 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 hey, oh.
I don't know how to make him. I don't know. I thought I could bait out his movements, but it's not quite synced with the mouse.
Hello there. Wow, are you a detective? That's right, kid. A real detective, through and through. That's so cool! If I can't be basketball pro when I grow up, then I want to be a detective like you, miss. Is that so? Tell you what, kid, I'm actually in a bit of a pinch. My assistant called in sick today, and I'm in real need of one right now. I can be your assistant? Please, let me be your assistant. You would? That'd be so helpful, thank you. Well, what should I do? Are you ready for your first task as a real detective? I'm ready!
This kid is incredibly trusting.
Very good, very good. Okay, listen up. One of the most important skills a detective is to have observation skills. Detectives can see things that most people can't. Whoa, so cool! And I see that you play basketball, right? Did you know that basketball players have very good visual memory? They can see a lot of fast-paced movement that other people would miss. You're right! Our coach told us before. Practicing with the ball is important, but we also have to practice visual memory. That's right, kid. Your coach is very smart. So, what is my first task as a detective? Seeing things? I believe, little one, that you might have already seen something. Do you practice with your ball a lot? Every day! I always stay up until the evening, and then mommy comes to pick me up. My house is very close by. You're a very good boy, aren't you? What's your name? I'm Gigette. I'm Casey. My mom tells me I shouldn't talk to strangers, but that's whatever. Casey, a very cute and fitting name. Tell me, Casey, do you remember noticing anything odd during your practice this last week? There have been some robberies lately, did you know? Yeah, my mommy's scarf was stolen a few days ago, and I think I saw the culprit. Culprit? You mean, there were more than... Or culprits? You mean there were more than one? Yes. My mommy said it was just a dream, but I was actually still practicing with the ball, so she didn't know I was awake. It's true. I really saw the two thieves. Do you remember what they looked like, Casey? Well, it was dark, and they were very fast, so I couldn't see them very well, but... One of them was big and jumped really high. The other one was a little smaller, and they climbed the wall like it was nothing. Wow, way to go, Casey. Was I helpful? Very helpful. You make an amazing detective. Yeah. I hope you catch the bad guys, Detective Giggette. I won't let you down, Casey. You can count on me. I'll find your mommy a scarf, too. Yay! Casey's mom. Casey, sweetie, what have I told you about talking to fucking strangers? Get your ass over here. Time to go home, dear. Yes, Mommy. Goodbye, Detective Giggette. Bye, Casey. Thank you. Casey's testimony was added to your inventory. All right, that's a great testimony. So there are two culprits then. That's interesting. Ah! What's that? Oh, I didn't talk to the woman. Oh, can I no longer talk to the woman on the phone? I think he came from the dark alleyway. Dark alleyway. Evening. It was another day. Another dank, dark evening like any other. The rain had stopped, but that didn't mean that there wasn't still something creeping about in the darkness. I think I see someone. Are they taking out the trash? Wait! Those are Mrs. Lollipop's mittens!
Damn it!
What? Croak?
Giggette? Huh? Oh crap, the thief! They're getting away! Stop! Stop in the name of the law! I tell you, you criminal!
It's too late, Croaky. They managed to escape.
Ah, curses. I'll make sure to catch them next time.
The good thing is, I think there might also, these might be all the stolen items. Trash can added into inventory. What do you think? Do the descriptions match? I can see Miss Lollipop's mittens.
But the protocol says I can't...
Oh, for Pete's sake, Croak! Lay off your protocol for 2 damn minutes, will you? Now's not the time.
Sorry, you're right. A police officer should also be cooperative when it's demanded.
That's right, Croaky. Well, you recognize any?
Yes, it's all here. A pair of mittens, a scarf, a purse, a bag of cookies, a book.
That's odd. These items don't make any sense.
What do you mean?
Look, see? There's no coordination between them. They're just a bunch of random things.
Oh, now that you mention it.
What's this bad feeling I'm getting?
Kid, I think I should report this. Then be able to return the items to their owners.
All right. After giving our testimonies to the police officers, to the police force, as well as returning the stolen items to their respective owners, Croak and I went back to our homes. And made sweet... While the police did examine the items before we gave them back, all they could gather was that the items had a bit of mud and smelled bad since they were found in a trash can. Police testimony added to your inventory. As for Crest, they didn't come back. I let Croak know, and he said we should meet up the next day at my office. Maybe Crest would come back in the morning, or...
Crest is one of the thieves!
Or at least he was the one in the alley. Cause he's a rain crest gecko and they can climb really fast. Maybe we'd have to report them as a missing person.
Or a criminal.
Crest, where are you?
Giget office. Morning. The sun came in through the windows. Yet again. Like every day. An unwelcome guest. Reminding me of the light that once was so common in my day-to-day. But now is only a painful reminder of what I lost.
Anyway. I guess they won't come after all. I don't get it. Why would Crest suddenly disappear like that? Really not like them at all. Something's not right. Something must have happened. Ah, that must be...
Giget!
No doorbell this time. Must be serious. What happened?
It's Crest.
Did you find them?
In a way. I guess you could say that.
What? Cloth piece from Crest's neckerchief was added to the inventory. That's a piece of Crest's neckerchief! Where did you find it? One of the police. I'm sorry, wait a minute. One of the police tarantulas sniffed it out from the dark alleyway? Okay. Oh, this game just got a lot scarier. So in this, oh god. In this world where people are frogs, there are dog-sized spiders. Whoa. Oh, yikes. 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 Yeah, Giget knows what's up. Wait, there are trained tarantulas in the police force?
It was actually stuck to a part of the wall. You understand what this means, right?
Crest is not the culprit, Croak.
Then how do you explain this, Giget? It was stuck on the wall, and we saw the shadowy figure climbing that wall. It can't be any other than them.
That doesn't mean Crest was behind everything.
Look, I know you're like an older sibling to you. I know they're like an older sibling to you, but you have to face the facts. An arrest warrant is already being made. The police have a responsibility to catch criminals.
That's...
The evidence proves it, Giget. Not only that geckos are really good climbers too. If it had been a frog, wouldn't they have jumped instead?
You guys are both frogs, so why didn't you...
You jump instead.
Croak makes a really good point, but is this really enough to pin all the blame on Crest? I'm not saying you're wrong or on everything, Croak, but this is still circumstantial evidence. Just because you found a piece of Crest's neckerchief where all the items were found doesn't make them the mastermind of this whole case.
You can't be serious, Giget. It's proof enough.
Oh yeah? You leave me no choice then. What can you tell me about this?
Huh?
I knew it.
That doesn't mean anything. It's just a piece of junk.
Really now? Because I know exactly how this got in the hem of your pants. You broke one of Mrs. Lollipop's cups. You stole one of Miss Lollipop's cups. You broke! When you were inspecting the crime scene at the bakery with the other officers, you accidentally broke the handle of one of Miss Lollipop's cups. It was just an accident, and Miss Mollyhops probably wouldn't even get mad at you. But a member of the police force, you were embarrassed. Even so. You couldn't just let the broken cup lying on the floor like that and disturb the actual crime scene, could you? That's why you decided to put it back on the shelf and pretend it never happened. Unfortunately, you weren't careful enough. You didn't think this little piece of ceramic would come back to haunt you.
Okay, you win. I admit it. I broke the cup. And even hid my crime. As a police officer, I'm despicable. A disgrace. It's all over. I should turn my badge. I should.
Whoa, let's calm down, man.
But I lied.
It's not the end of the world, Croaky. You really think people are honest 100% of the time? Besides, you already apologized to Miss Lollihops. You can always apologize to Miss Lollihops later and let her know what happened. My point here is that even though you broke the cup, you're not the thief.
Huh?
See where I'm going with this? Look, I won't deny that Crest has some part in this. I'm not an idiot. That piece of cloth you found is definitely from their neckerchief. And I bet my magnifying glass on Crest being one of the one you saw at the dark alleyway. With all that being said, though, I feel like we're still missing a piece of the puzzle. And I believe we can find it.
Okay, Giget. I trust your intuition. I trust you. I will follow you to the end.
Haha, Croaky. Thank you. That means a lot.
Don't mention it.
It's time. I love this face. This fucking, like, this just screams this, like, sussy baka face. It's time to go then, Croak. To end all of this and find the missing piece of the puzzle. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Where to?
To the place where the old town used to be. The Forgotten Swamp.
The Forgotten Swamp. Evening. They called it the Forgotten Swamp because people came here to be forgotten. Some folks would wander off into the mist, never come back again. Or they'd go there to bury their dirty little secrets. But secrets don't stay buried forever. And we were gonna prove that today. Well, this is floodier than I remember.
Tell me about it. Good thing we decided to take off our shoes beforehand, just in case.
Wait, you've been here before?
Not doing something illegal, if that's what you're implying.
No, I would never.
Relax, Croaky, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
To answer your question, yes, I've been here before. I know this place is pretty much abandoned, but sometimes a few of my cases lead me here. Funnily enough, they tend to be about missing things. I just never thought I'd have to search for a missing person, too.
Very similar then. I too had to check out a few things about missing items over here. Though, there have been some cases of citizens attempting to bathe.
Bathe? Jeez. I mean, maybe it was nice all those years ago, before our frog ancestors evolved. But I don't really see the appeal now. The water is way too murky, and you can always have a... the water's way too murky, and you can always have a warm bath at home. Oh no! I sound like Crest!
I guess they're rubbing off on you.
Who knows? Anyway, let's start searching, shall we? I have a feeling that we'll find Crest here. A few hours later. Okay, maybe the feeling I had was slightly wrong. Where is that gecko?
Are you sure about this, Giget? We've been searching for hours. I trust you, but I'm not sure if we'll find Crest here. Maybe they ran away?
Crest wouldn't do that.
Giget.
What do I do? Was I wrong after all? Did Crest? Did they run away? Damn it! Ugh, my eyes. What? Crest, is that you?
Look, you get. They're hiding on top of the trees.
Crap. Wait!
Stop running or stop swinging from branch to branch.
Are they a gecko or a freaking monkey? Alright, you asked for it, gecko. Time for Giget's big jump. Ah! Ugh, no, the water's so dirty. Serves you right. If you hadn't run away, you'd still be sparkling clean. Ugh. You talk to us now? Yes. Good.
Forgotten Swamp, evening.
Insect trafficking? Shh, not so loud. Whoops. Insect trafficking? Yes, unfortunately. But how did you even find out? A few days ago, I spotted this toad crook carrying a few jars of dead flies. Huh? And I'm afraid it's even worse than that. He was also talking on his frog phone about a plan to eradicate Hoppytown and its citizens. That's why You acted as a spy and tried to get his trust? Yes, the robberies were just a distraction so that the police could focus on that instead of
the bigger crime.
Will you guys stop finishing my sentences for 1 second?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I guess I deserve that for not telling you right away. Yep. Anyway. I decided to help Bully to earn his trust while I investigated him and his lair at the same time. This way I'd be able to gather enough evidence against him. Bully? That's the toad's name. Ha! Bully. More like bullshit. Giget!
Whoa. So cool. Whoa. Giget's so badass.
Don't encourage her, Croak.
Oh, come on. As if you hadn't used the F word before.
As I was saying, I helped Bully with the infiltration of the House of Hoppytown by lock-picking the doors.
Criminal. Unbelievable.
But Mrs. Lollyhops was the exception, right? She was scared of the recent burglaries, though she had taken extra measures to protect her door with a wooden bar.
Oh, the window.
Yes, but we weren't expecting Mrs. Lollyhops to be up so early. That's why, unlike the other households, I didn't make it in time to clean up Bully's traces after he stole her mittens. I actually thought that was my chance to catch him, but I underestimated him. Don't tell me, is that why you were in the alleyway? That damn toad told me to meet him there so we could plan our next move. But all he did was leave the stolen items in the trash can where he saw when he saw the police were near.
What a farce.
Giget, we should go to his lair before he manages to escape. I'll buy you some time and distract him. You and Croak should collect all the evidence to frame him, and then we'll be able to catch him red-handed.
Wait, his lair? What do you mean? There's nothing. Wait, is that a house?
You're right. Why didn't we see it before?
It must have been the fog. We couldn't see Crest hiding in the trees either, after all. Well, at least until my great splash. Very funny. Anyway, I'll go on ahead. Please be careful, both of you.
Don't worry, Crest. As a as a fellow investigator, I've got your back.
I'm counting on you.
Let's do this, team.
All right, we should hurry. Now that Crest's buying us some time, let's go inside. Ugh, why is it so dark? Ugh. What happened?
I think I bumped into something.
Oh boy, are you okay? We still shouldn't turn on the lights though. That might give us away.
I'm good. Good. But more importantly, look at this. There's one on top of this furniture.
Jar of flies was added to the inventory. Yet, a jar of flies? Crest was telling the truth.
This is huge. Let's see what more we can find, and then we can tell the force to analyze all this evidence.
Good point. Let's grab as many clues as we can.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Froggy.
Get! Run! Huh?
Look out! Oh.
Croak!
I'm okay. Catch him before he escapes.
On it. Get back here, you big warty toad!
Warty toad.
What's so funny?
You really need to get more creative with your insults, Froggy.
But whatever. I'm a detective, not a comedian. Surrender!
Surrender? Oh, that's rich. What's a teeny tiny froggy like you gonna do if I don't?
I'll kick your butt, that's what. Giget, please, don't provoke him. This is why I did want to get you involved. Too late for that, partner. I'm already very much involved. I'm sorry, I should have bought you more time. I should have...
Now, Cresty, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Let them go, you fiend!
Oh, he got teeth. Are you sure you're in any position to be making demands, Froggy?
Dang it, he has a knife.
That's right. That's more like it. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'll be leaving with your friend over here, and until we pass through that door, you and Mr. Policeman over there won't move a muscle. That is, unless you want your friend to get hurt. I don't need any more after that. I don't need them anymore after all. They were stupid enough to think I wouldn't notice their double agent hogwash. Believe me, I know when someone's loyal to me.
Dang it. He's gonna get away. I don't trust him about not hurting Crest once he's outside. If I leave him, he'll kill them. I have to think of something before he gets to the door.
What's the matter, Froggy?
The light switch, it's too far away.
Lie got your tongue?
Wait, about the blinds from the window. Croak is just below them. I know there's still enough light outside if I can get Croak to open the blinds slightly. Then I could use a reflection of my magnifying glass to briefly blind Bully's eyes. How do I signal him?
I said you shouldn't move a muscle, Froggy, and by that I definitely meant your brain too. You better not be trying something funny.
Oh please, why would I? The police are already on their way here.
What?
Huh? Even if I don't move a muscle, they'll catch you before your eyes can adjust to the light outside.
Yeah?
Please, Croak, take the hint.
You know, Froggy, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Such a shame you couldn't come to an agreement. Because unfortunately for you, I don't answer the threats.
Ah!
I make the threats.
Croaky, now!
You got it. What?
Time to have the sun in your eyes, warty. Crest, run! You don't have to tell me twice, partner.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Look out! Ah, my tail!
Serves you right, you traitor. Ah! Bully Toad, you're under arrest for the violation of property and vandalism, robbery, assault, insect trafficking, and what's probably a long, long list of many other crimes. Ah, damn it.
Crest. I'm okay. Didn't I tell you? Geckos, tails, grow back. Crest.
After that, Bully was arrested while Crest was hospitalized for their injuries. I was really worried about them. Even if their tail would grow, it leaves a scar. It'll leave a scar. Crest, on the other hand, wasn't too worried about it. They said it'll be like the mark of a hero. And they were happy to receive some apples from me when I went to visit them at the hospital. Truly was a big relief to know that we had finally been able to catch the culprit for their case. Croak even found traces of the mastermind plan to eradicate Hoppytown and was promoted to an inspector. Hoppytown citizens were also starting to feel more relaxed. Things were really starting to look up. Crest's case was tricky since, double agent or not, they still helped out a criminal to commit burglary. However, since all the information and evidence that Crest found out over the course of their undercover investigation helped out a lot, the police agreed to let them go with a lighter punishment. The fact that I gave them so much evidence against Bully must have helped as well. Crest would have had to do community service for all the houses they had wronged. Luckily, Crest didn't mind. They are naturally very caring after all, even if they're embarrassed to admit it. And speaking of crime, it turns out that Bully wasn't even the real mastermind, which made sense based on the clues that Crest had found. Plus, there's also that phone conversation they heard between Bully and someone else. Wonder, who could that be? Well, that's a story for another time, because today I'm finally getting Mrs. Lollyhop's morning special, the Swamp Cookies. Case closed. Finally my long-awaited morning special. Well, all the paperwork is finally done, isn't it, Gigay, dear? You have no idea, Miss Lollyhops. It was torture. I think I'd rather do community service like Crest. Well, at least me not babysitting you all the time has made you more responsible. Hey, Git. Why, you little... Cresty has certainly helped me a lot these last few days. They clean my house and even cooked my dinner sometimes. Well, well, well. Isn't that interesting? Shut up. I was surprised that even Croaky wanted to help with my baking. All of this for an old cup? He didn't have to go all this way. Oh, let me help, Miss Lollyhops. I'm sure he doesn't mind either. Oh, let him help. Oh, all right. I did notice that he was having fun baking. Maybe I helped him find a new hobby.
Miss Lollyhops, do you think they turned out all right?
Oh, Croaky, speak of the frog. We were just talking about you.
You were? Oh.
Oh my, these look great and smell even better.
Really?
Go on, dear. She'll be really happy. Yes, especially considering the shape of the cookies. You know what I mean.
Crest, you...
Oh my frog, did you make those, Croaky? I can't wait to try them.
Yes. I'll bring them over.
Young love. The end?
Bully, you complete and utter fool. If you hadn't underestimated our opponents, our plan would still be... Now, I shouldn't lose my temper. Great things come to those who wait, after all. Mark my words, it may take some time, but I will get my revenge, Miss Detective.
Ending. True ending. Congratulations! You got a total of 20 detective points. Cool. I guess. Yeah, sick. We did it! 20 whole detective points. I'm assuming that's all of them, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm tuckered out. I don't know what it is, but sometimes doing flip-flopping between a whole bunch of characters, it just gasses me sometimes. I don't know. Also, I did want to try and get outside while the sun was still out. We did it! Yes, we're getting better at visual novels. No one got murdered. And no one went to horrific jail that didn't deserve it. So, yay! We saved Crest. We found the stuff. Croaky and Gigette are totally in love, and Bully is going away for a long time for fly trafficking. I don't know why that is bad. What? I don't know what the equivalent would be in our world. But that just seems like if they're frogs, wouldn't, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, so I guess like insects are like pets and food, I would assume. So I don't know. 2 people did die. I don't remember if the ghosts were murdered. I meant in the visual novel, not the short stories. No, yes, definitely 2 people did die in the short story. But to be fair, they were dead when we got there. They were already dead. They were already dead when we started reading the story. So, I mean, you know, not like they like died right then, right? Like it already happened. I don't know. The ghost story never said they weren't correct. It did not say that they weren't frogs. That's fair. But yes, very cute. Very adorable little story, little fluffy piece of cheer and nonsense. But yeah. Reimagining that story as frog people. My only difficulty is that they very clearly talked about the wife's hair. And nobody had hair. I'm having a hard time picturing those frogs, but with hair. I don't know. Okay, you rest up, Night Trap. I mean, it's 5. It's literally 5 p.m. It's dinner time, so it's not even like night. But I'm guessing it's definitely later for you. It's probably more like 7 or 8. It's got to be like 8 where you are, something like that. Frogs might have hair. I mean, maybe. I guess it's just in. It just feels like it'd be a little odder, a little bit stranger considering the models we were just looking at in the visual novel. But yes. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break, and 7:15. Okay, only 2-hour difference. Okay, not as big of a jump as I thought. Yes. I'll take a break, make some pie. Oh, gonna have some pie. Hell yeah. And just have a nice relaxing evening. Well, aside from more editing that I need to get done, work never finishes. Oh yeah, I was also gonna do voiceover recordings. Ooh, okay, hold on. Maybe not as relaxing as I thought, but we're still gonna take a break because that's Read Wednesdays. Trap loves pie. listen, I like baked goods. It's not so much that I love pie, just that I like baked goods. Okay, picture it. Frog with J. Bieber hair. Like old J. Bieber or like newer? I don't know what his hair is like right now, actually. You talk about pie at least once a week. I don't know that that's accurate. Baby Bieber, I can probably picture it. Really don't think I talk about pie once a week. At least not on stream, certainly. Um, but anyways. I hope everyone had fun on today's Read Wednesdays. Some more short stories, a little bit of visual novel, a little bit of silly shenanigans, and hopefully everyone will have fun the next time around as well, as we continue to try and add little touch-ups here or there, like with the memes or with the audio setup, and improving things as we go. Forever improving. Make meme of ghost frogs with Bieber hair eating pie. I think you've missed. Listen, I'm trying to make it so that my memes are accessible to audiences. That is extremely niche of the niche of the niche of the niche. No one will understand it. If I had a dedicated like Twitch and Discord and Twitter following who knew what the fuck I was talking about when I made these in-jokes, then yeah, I would make all of them like I do for Grey Tales. But no one will understand. No one will understand a ghost frog with Bieber hair eating pie. It's very relatable. Everyone will understand. It's like the no salt guacamole. But no salted guacamole is more relatable, to be fair. Like people experience or have experienced unsalted guacamole or can imagine guacamole that's unsalted. When you talk about ghost Bieber hair frog with pie, you're like, I've never experienced this. What is this? Is this something new? Is this a sexual awakening for me? I don't know. But I don't know that they're going to relate to it. Anyways, this is getting weird, and I think it's because I'm getting tired. There are people not experiencing frogs, ghosts, pie, or Bieber, not all in combination. No hashtag related. Well, I believe that is where I'm going to call it. So, thank you, Miss Liz, for lurking and hanging out all this time. You go have fun. Fun, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I need to figure out what it is I'm doing after this. I just know that I'm doing something else. But thanks for being by, lurking, checking out the stories. I do appreciate it, as always. We'll be back on Friday for probably more Gloomhaven, and we'll see how that goes. Last Gloomhaven was very fun, despite being really all over the place with Jace being loopy from his fever or cold or whatever, his bug he was fighting off, and then just the game itself being really buggy. But hopefully we'll have as much fun as we did last time. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, good evening wherever you are, and I'll see you all in Hoppy Town. Yeah? Peace out.